Hey, everybody! Welcome back to the show.
Woo!
This week we are doing BASEketball.
BASEketball.
But before we get into something like that, we got a little bit of business to get into.
A little bit of biz.
Jason, you want us to tell them where to find us on the Instagram?
You bet I do. On Instagram, we are at Approved for All Audiences. You can catch us on Twitter at Approved for All. We're going to throw up some polls coming up soon, so you guys can help us choose the movie of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Tim?
Yeah?
Do we have a
Yeah?
we have a website?
We do. That website is Approved for All Audiences at buzzsprout.com. There you can find links to our Instagram, our Twitter, YouTube. And if you haven't found us on YouTube yet, I don't know how the fuck you're watching this, but go ahead and hit that fucking sub, dude.
Yeah.
Hit the fucking sub.
And we
Where's my
have
thing?
Hit the fucking sub, dude.
We got new toys. This might be an annoying episode.
we have audio only options out there too for those who listen on the road.
Right. You can find that at the website I just said.
Yeah, Spotify, Pocket Cast,
Yep. Google Play,
Spotify,
Apple Play, whatever the fuck it's called.
I think Pocket Cast.
Yeah, Twitter, Approved for All. Hit us up there.
Is
Fucking, you got any shout outs this week, Jester?
I do have a couple shout outs.
I do too. Actually, I have a handful of them.
My first one is going to go to Ethan and Brooke Sweet. Saw them a couple weeks ago for a fancy dinner on the water. We just appreciate that. You know, I do got to say, you know, specific shout out to in regards to Ethan and Brooke. If you are looking for Panther RV products, or you're an outdoors person, or you like camping in your truck, Panther RV has the solutions for you. I'm telling you, this place has it all.
Pretty good, Jester.
And not only that, it's such a multifaceted company that if you need some of the best photography on the West Coast, and I mean the whole of the West Coast, west of the Mississippi River, Brooke Sweet's got you down. The best photography in town. Couldn't recommend these guys anymore.
I believe that's B Sweet Imagery, if memory serves.
Don't know. I should know that before I plug it.
Pretty sure it's B Sweet Imagery.
B
Shout out
Sweet
Brooklyn.
Imagery. Shout out Brooke. Tim, what about you, man? Any shout outs?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. We had a couple of new subbies on the fucking, what's it called? The YouTubes there. Mr. Ben Brock, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Ben.
And Dominathan Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a pun? I like it if it is.
It's working.
Like domination, but Dominathan?
Yeah.
Pretty good, Dominathan. Keep up what you're doing.
Thank you, Nathan.
I feel like I had something else to say here. Enchiladas are really good.
Let's get this guy banged up on enchiladas.
No, I should have pulled that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I thought it would be fun to get. Well, you have one more shout out. Should I? Well, I'll get to it. Shane.
Oh yeah, Shane. We'll get to you in a minute, Shane. Shane did something really cool.
We're getting to you, Shane.
Yeah, we got it's a whole fucking thing. We'll get there.
I got banged up on enchiladas one night and thought it would be really fun to surprise my partner in crime here, Tim. And there's another YouTube channel that we follow and like, Bob Does Sports. And anyway, I told Tim, I was like, dude, I think I got a really cool present for you last night, kind of playing coy, like, what the fuck did this guy get for me? And I was like, I don't know when it'll be here, hopefully soon. And then literally the next day, I had the day off. Excuse me. And I messaged him. I was like, dude, your present just got here. What time are you going to be home? So I came over, and
It was a weekday to boot.
it was a weekday. It was just a cameo from Bobby Fairways from Bob Does Sports. Shout out Bob Does Sports, and
Delicious little gift.
it was pretty fun. I really wish I would have recorded your initial reaction.
Well, I usually don't have weekday chiladas. It's more of a breakfast drink for me.
Sure.
But I happen to have a weekday chilada, a post-work chilada, and in the thing, maybe I'll post a story of it later. I don't know. But yeah, he mentions getting all banged up on chiladas and hitting that fucking flat stick.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't know what a flat stick is, it's a putter.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super sweet. Thank you, my friend.
Aw, anytime.
Yeah, maybe
Anytime.
Tim.
Yeah. Dude, well, I think everybody's just been dying to know since we last left off. Like, what did you have for breakfast today?
I feel like I've been hitting you with the same shit. Cheese bagel, cream cheese. No eggs this day, though. This day. No eggs today.
Just a bagel with cream cheese?
Pretty good. What's it called? It's not Thompson's. I think it's just Walmart's bullshit brand, but they really skimp you on the cheese ones. Usually it's bags of 6.
Yeah.
The cheese ones are bags of 5.
What the fuck?
They're pretty fucking good, though.
Okay. Worth it for the less bagel?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, there's a fruit fly.
Bob Does Sports has got me real hot and heavy on bagels lately. I'm real impressionable.
Yeah,
I mean, big time. I start talking like him.
you're pretty good at the Bob voice, though.
Pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
I like voices.
fucking bagels and lox is pretty fucking solid. How you feel
Yeah.
about capers?
Don't really know that much about them.
They're just kind of like salty little beads.
I like salt and I like beads.
Yeah.
Anal beads.
Yeah,
Regular beads.
regular
Regular
beads.
beads. Cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that.
I will tell you guys, we're trying some new stuff today.
Yeah.
So if I look frustrated, I am sometimes.
He's doing fine. A bunch of new audio toys, new microphones.
Yeah.
We
Like,
were-
remember how the audio just played too long of the song? That's fuck up number one.
We're learning. Yep. Yep. Approved for all audiences.
Yeah.
Did we
Well,
s-
hold on. Chester Ricus,
Mhm.
what did you have for breakfast?
I had 4 turkey sausage links. Now, I think I've said this before. I do the turkey sausage because it makes my ticker not tick so hard. I feel like a little bit later.
Yeah.
Some chest problems. 2 D's worth of problems. And I had a couple of fried eggs. Yeah, pretty standard breakfast fare.
Fried eggs are always a good time.
Oh, pretty good. How runny do you like yours?
Pretty runny.
Yeah.
Like, I like a good soak up.
Sure.
Yeah, if I got like a, we call them breakfast chips, but for the layman, that's a English muffin.
You guys call it breakfast chips?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun.
They're a little crispy. They're a little yum. Yeah.
Is that a Tim OG? Like that's not a popular thing?
I don't know. I'm sure someone else has said it, but that's what I call them. Grace knows when I ask for breakfast chips, she knows what to do.
That's fun.
Mhm.
You guys got a second language. That's how impressionable I am. I say yai all the time. Trout
That's
for no
a-
reason.
That's the Grace thing is the eye.
It's a lot of people's thing now.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm into it. I'm onto it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I gotta know. Have you ever gotten home from work on a weekday and then seen a blacked out man sitting outside your door, and he wants to come in and drink beer? Other than me,
No. Well, I have a similar story, but I don't know if I want to talk about it.
Oh. Well, dang it.
If you know me, you know me. There's a little rubber tub action outside the house one time. It was kind of weird.
Can you not talk about
I
that?
don't really want to talk about it. I think that's all you need to know, really.
That's fair.
But tell me about this fucking fella that wouldn't leave you alone.
Well, there was one time where I was living in an apartment with Jeremy Ewing. Shout out Jeremy. Shout out Sophie. Shout out Danny. Shout out Burke. And
Shut up, Bayliner.
shout out Skip Bayless at this point.
Hey.
And anyway, so we're like a week away from being fully moved out. So there's one chair left in there, no TV, no couch, literally like 2 pieces of furniture. Everything's boxed up. Anyway, never really met our next door neighbors. This is an apartment on the 2nd story. And I come home from work on like a fucking Thursday or so. It was a weekday. And I was coming home with a 12-pack of PBR because, you know, that's what I do. And there's this guy sitting outside the door next to us, fucking obviously blacked out, like eyes in the back of his head. Fucking. And I'm thinking I'll just walk up to my door, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Not my problem.
What time we talking about here?
Oh, this would have been 5:30.
5:30? Okay.
I mean, that was back at the Riverview days when I would get off at like 5:15.
That's
So,
supreme blackout time.
yeah, well, no, not for most people.
I guess he would have been starting at like 11, but
So this guy rouses and he sees me and he goes, "Hey man, can I have one of those beers?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I 100% need 9 of them to, you know, have a semblance of a good night."
naturally.
And I'm like, "Fuck, I'm really in a corner here." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I guess so." And he like obviously wants to come in, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, pretty bad at saying no. Like I could text you a soft no pretty easily, like, yeah, sure, maybe," which means no, but
Does mean no, yeah.
anyway, he ends up coming in, and like I said, I never met this guy. We're a week away from being completely out of this place, so there's one chair that I'm gonna sit in. So he just sits on the floor, like next to me, wanting to drink these beers, and he immediately is just like, "Yeah, I'm going through some shit with my fucking girlfriend. She basically said like it's either me or the booze, and
You know what he picked.
I didn't really choose right today." And the first thing I'm thinking is like, because I'm stone sober at this point, and I was like, "Are you sure you want to like drink that right now?" And this guy's like seriously like one eye open, like eye in the back of his head. He's pie-eyed, and he's just like, "Well, I mean, I kind of like made my decision for today. I'm not really gonna be able to go back on that." And I was like, "Damn, yeah, you're in trouble.
You're right.
You're totally right about it." And anyway, so I don't know. He stays for like a couple beers. It's just like it's really sad being on the other side because like I've been hammered like that, probably spilling my beans. I don't know if a ton to like
Not
a
like
neighbor stranger like that. Where it was
that.
like, yeah, I had 2 choices today and I chose wrong. And anyway, so I end up telling him, I'm like, hey man,
Before
like,
you go on, I gotta know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the lady before?
no, maybe in passing.
Did you see her after?
No,
Damn.
never saw these two again.
Oh, that's so curious. I'm so curious.
It was a big bummer, and I was like, you know what, as selfish as it is, was like, dude, I want to start my problem too right now, but I like to do that in private. And so I tell him, I'm like, hey man, I gotta jump in the shower, like I'm gonna go grocery shopping and shit. None of this is true. I'm about to play like 4 hours of FIFA, and
Ooh, I like 4 hours of FIFA. That could be
4 hours
like
of
a
FIFA.
20, 30 punk band.
I'll start a Twitch stream.
I like it.
Anyway, so I kind of like, I'm like, hey man, like I gotta go. I'm sorry. In fact, I think he like takes a beer with him, and
He took a beer from you?
I probably gave it to him. I mean, he had made his choice that day.
I don't like Clyde that much.
Yeah. Oh, this guy was a Derek.
Do you remember his name?
Nope.
Did he tell you his name?
And I guarantee he doesn't remember mine. Probably.
The chase is on.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of like pleasantries. It was like, hey, I guess here's a beer. My girlfriend said choose, and I was.
You look like a guy that likes to get fucked up from time to time.
I mean, I'm walking up the stairs with that shit have fucking like. Hit
How's
them.
your floor look?
Yeah.
Is it good sitting postures?
And so anyway, I'm like, hey man, I gotta go. And anyway, he goes and sits right back next door. We're literally 4 feet away from our doors, and he just sits down in front of it, kind of laying down, just hammered. And like every once in a while, he'd roll over and like knock on the door to their apartment, which I don't even think she was there. I think I would be my guess.
What?
Oh, dude, I didn't know if I should like, hey, should I like call the landlady? But like I was afraid, like I didn't want to get him in big trouble or anything.
Were they like an in-office like landlord situation?
Like living, yeah, she was there.
So they were like always ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, but I didn't really know what to be like. Hey, this guy's hammered. I mean, he wasn't like
Being belligerent,
he wasn't hurting nobody.
but he was being fucking just kind of weird.
Well, it was more of like, should I just be like, hey, can you let him into his thing? Like, is he gonna fucking sleep out here?
I wonder if he was on the lease or not.
I didn't want him to have to sleep outside, but he wasn't sleeping with me. But I wanted him to get that taken care of.
What did he look like? Was he a handsome young buck? Or?
Yeah, kind of a like he's like a guy that clearly like worked hard. Like his veins were pretty good.
What are we talking, like 40, 35?
He would have been like mid-30s at this point, and
Okay.
like if he was to handshake me, his elbow would have been like here.
Oh, yeah.
Not a huge fan of that. I'm more of a this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even sometimes no, not even that.
You ever
but
go forearm like a psychopath?
I've no, not
I go colonial from time to time.
go colonial.
Mhm.
I have a working algorithm in my mind that like the further above 90 degrees your elbow gets when you handshake, it's how big of a douche you are. But anyway, I don't know. It looked like he probably had a thick hog. Hard to say. Calluses on his hands, but respectful ones. Like I could see that he had a drinking problem
Yeah,
just from his hands.
but he had a stout root.
Oh, for sure. This guy
Yeah.
was packing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only reason fucking Marla was staying around, huh?
Gray Sweats didn't stand a chance with this.
Oh,
guy.
he was in sweats?
I don't remember.
Ah,
Pretty sad though. I'd go and like peek through the people like every like half hour.
dude,
Just-
we had an apartment. I mean, it was just a bunch of people like slanging drugs, but it was like a closed. Over on McLaughlin, you remember? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've been there, I think, once, actually.
That was probably a couple times.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was like an 8-unit apartment, and fucking like the neighbors across the street would just like have just the worst people over. I mean,
Yeah.
this was like, I don't know. What would it have been now? Like almost 3 years? How long have we been here? 2 something?
2 or 3?
I don't remember. Anyway. Oh no. These chiladas.
Oh no.
We're doing it. What was I saying?
I think you were saying how your neighbors did drugs.
Oh yeah, dude. The outside of the door would just be fucking like littered with carts and shit. And I forget the lady's name, but I knew right when she moved in it was gonna be a fucking problem. And then like all these fucking tweaker fucks would be like, "Yeah, I'm with Brenda," and then now Grace has more balls than I do. She'd be like, "What's her last name?" And Grace doesn't know her last name. And they'd be like, Dawson, and she'd be like, "No, it's not," and fucking like slam the
no.
door in their face. Very well could have been, but then I mean, it'd be like fucking 6 people a day at all hours of the night.
Looking for rock.
I got really good at putting my phone camera in the peephole and like taking videos.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, they'd have like machetes and stuff and sleeping bags. and
What?
canned food? Only one of those is kind of threatening, but
Did, what did we bring this up to the landlord often?
oh, fuck yeah!
What
And
was-
we went through like 2 landlords at the time. Mickey didn't give a fuck. She was like a bedazzled jeans wearing girl, and I think she had enough. I just don't see how like
Just didn't care.
I mean, this is like I guess uptown Vancouver is what it's called properly, but like
Proper.
I had to show I could make like 3 fucking times rent, and like I was employed. It wasn't Section 8 housing.
Brenda's not making 3 times rent.
Fuck no, you're not making pizza money tonight.
I'm sorry, Miss Dawson.
Not on paper. Yeah, fucking ugh. Getting sick of the scrubbies.
Oh, dude, 100%. And then funny apartment stories leads me to one last one, and then I promise we'll talk about some news of the week. But
Sure.
there's this one time we had a couple of buddies from out of town visiting, staying at that same apartment where we was just 2 stories. We were on the second.
You and J Bags.
Me and J Bags. I think maybe I won't name names because they might not be happy about it. We had 2 good friends visiting out of town. Actually 3, 2 of which were staying with us, and Jeremy and I that night did not get banged up on cocktails. We stayed
That's good.
We stayed level headed because I think it was like a Sunday, so like our 2 friends were like on vacation or visiting or something. Anyway, I'm at work at a bank the next day, and I get a text message around like noon from our landlady. Me and Jeremy do. It's like a group text, and she's just like, "Hey, I don't know, like whoever fucking partied too hard last night, but you need to get home and clean that shit up immediately." And we're kind of just like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" And like I called Jeremy, and I'm like, "Do you know what the fuck is that?" He's like, "I have no idea, dude. I won't even be home for like 3 days." And I'm like, "Motherfucker."
3 days.
Well, at that point in time, he didn't always live at the apartment. Like he was
over at Sophie's.
He was probably like 4 days a week at Sophie's, like maybe 3 back at our place, which whatever, that was fine. That allowed me more time to get, blacked out with my drunk neighbor. But just kidding. Anyway, so end up finding out that basically what had happened is one of our friends who shall remain nameless, I have forgiven thy, puked 3 fucking gallons of vomit below our balcony directly into our neighbor's yard, right in their yard. And these were small places, and like their kids all like fucking played back there and shit. And I'm just like, motherfucker. I get home and I go and look over the railing to like see what she's talking about, and it's just a fucking sea of vomit. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's not even mine. Like, if it was mine, I could at least like, okay, this is my fucking fault. But I have to go downstairs right after work, apologize to this family who's always been nice, and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. It probably doesn't matter. You're not going to believe us, but this wasn't me or Jeremy, by the way. Like, we had some friends from visiting out of town. They didn't fucking care. They're like, yeah, well, if you could fucking.
If you could stop being dirtbags, that'd be fucking spot on.
I don't know if you've ever tried to like scoop vomit out of grass, but it's a fucking Rubik's Cube, a fucking vial. And and so it took me like 8 trips with like a bucket and a shovel. And
how big was your bucket?
Not big enough, buddy.
Do you have one of those?
It was probably big enough, but it was like
one of those 5-gallon fouls.
I don't even remember. I just blocked that shit out. But it took me like 8 trips, like around the back of the apartment, then back to like dump it out, and like I had to like flush it with water and then try and like scoop the shit up, dude. It took me like it was at least an hour of like.
What time of year was this?
This would have been like late summer.
Didn't have a landscaper?
No.
Never?
Not a landscaper willing to scoop up fucking dude's puke.
Well, dude, you just like you do what I do with dog shit. You just mow over it and let it fling where it flings.
That wasn't gonna work.
That might have worked. Well, it's solidified. It's biodegrade. It'd be fine.
Yeah, that's not what happened. So I had to scoop it up for an hour and a half.
What'd you have? Like a fucking big gulp?
Do you remember Shovel and Pail from Blue's Clues? Felt like that.
Shovel and Pail from Blues. I was a big Blues Clues guy. I don't remember. I remember
like the little pail and the shovel.
Isn't that Dora?
No.
Shovel and Pail.
It's Blue's Clues, brother. Fucking quiz me here. But anyway, so that's probably the end of my story time. Fucking great times at that apartment. Actually, really fun apartment, but yeah,
life goes
scooping
strong.
up other people's puke is not fun. Shout out,
don't do it,
Jeremy. Great roommate. Thank you. No, it wasn't Jeremy that did that.
How far in are we here? We got a little more time.
Oh,
what'd you have for dinner last night, dude? Oh, didn't you have that Noodle and Co?
No, that was the night before.
Was that more exciting than what you had last night? Because you can't remember.
Oh, dude, I made a real sad guy dinner last night.
Oh, what'd you do? Oh, can I guess? Actually, do this.
You can. You're not going to get it, though.
Did it have more than 3 ingredients?
No.
What'd you use? And I'll see if I can compile a meal out of it.
Beef and Havarti.
You made a sandwich.
Nope.
I don't know. Did you make like Mediterranean nachos?
No, I made beef mud.
Okay, do tell, please.
Beef mud is a new dish that's hot on the scene. It'll probably be trending on TikTok. TikTok any day this week. No, I had like a half a pound of shaved beef, which is pretty tasty, but you got to season it up right. And I didn't have
like deli meat.
No,
Like roast beef.
more
What
like
are we talking?
it's not deli meat. It's literally like shaved chuck roast.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
Thin strips. Like it'd be great if you were gonna make like some like fajitas or tacos. I put this. Fuck, this is so stupid.
The people want to know.
I put this thinly sliced beef in a pot with about a 1/4 inch of water at the bottom.
Okay.
Let it steam up nice and hot. Like seasoned the shit out of it with like some onion powder. I have this like coffee rub that's made for like steaks. That's pretty good. And I put about 3 hunks of Havarti cheese in it.
I like a hunk as a measurement.
Yeah, it was probably three and a half hunks.
Okay.
Probably.
What's that? Is that like a cube and a half?
No, I'd say there's probably 6 slices.
Oh,
Would be 3 hunks. Two slices to 1 hunk.
Are you tearing off the brick?
Well, I think 2 slices is 1 hunk. 3 hunks is 1 glob.
Okay. And what are we? 2 hunks.
We're okay. Get it? Oh, there's our new sound.
I like that chime. Welcome to Disney Channel.
Anyway, sorry. So yeah, it was called beef mud. You know what? Not the worst thing I've ever put in my face, but it's not attractive looking. You feel gross putting it in there.
So, can I stop you for a second?
Please do. Please stop me.
So you just got a pile of shaved beef with some melted chunks of Havard on there?
And seasoning.
Okay. This dude went to Havardford College. Oh,
Boo.
I don't know where Boo is anymore.
Don't run the Disney Channel.
I won't.
Please take over here. I can't talk anymore about beef sloop.
Sure. We mentioned young Shanel earlier. I think we should get into the good news and the good work.
Please do.
That Shane did for us. So you might have heard us pre-episode 30 talking about wanting to do like a rating system.
Yeah.
Or like to do an episode about ratings, but it was just it was a lot. And we didn't have the time to do it. But young Shanel friggin' bucked up, dude. And so he made us this delightful little
good.
sheet, which
So
might look
good.
a little intimidating to look at, but we'll keep it up for a minute. I even made little quips.
I love that. The Top Gun one is so great. Chase 5.5. Without the last 20 minutes, it's a 3. That's dedication.
It's really good. And is he including thrifts in certain episodes too?
I think so.
Yeah, dude. Like it's the most thorough thing I've ever seen.
Interestingly enough, our highest combined score on that, Jackass Forever.
Yeah, we were pretty hammered, and it was so fun.
We came in at us for a 9 and a 9.5, which, look, having a good time at the theater, you're gonna get some points if it's real fun in the theater.
It was a good fucking fun time.
Our lowest rated one, probably no surprise, is I think Free Willy.
Let's bring it up again.
Free Willy's coming in at a combined like 5.
Free Willy. Yeah, that's like in the middle of the column on the right.
5.5.
Did you give it a 1.5 and I give it a 4?
Yeah. It's really fun going back and looking at those.
It is. Devil Wears Prada. That was with my mother. And what was that? Like episode like fucking 7 or
Probably
something?
7. I was just gonna say 7.
Yeah. So I didn't.
It was early on.
I wasn't. I didn't know. I didn't know how to fly the plane yet alone. I don't think I can still do it very well without you. You ground me pretty good.
I didn't know how to fly the plane
I
alone.
thought it's fucking. Nah, dude. I really didn't. It's just like, so you braid pubes? And she's like, I know. I'm like, why are you fucking saying that? Trying to keep it saucy and making myself want to vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's fine. Like it was so early on. It almost like like shit doesn't really matter a whole lot. Quite yet then like it's not.
I should have saved it though, because I don't know.
It's more cool. Your mom was just so down to be like, I'll fucking
She
jump
was
on
like
for a sode.
nervous.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
I still sometimes get butterflies in my backside.
The first like 10, 15 seconds before we hit the button. Today was a little nerve wracking because there's so many fucking new things.
New moving parts.
That I don't want to fuck up. Just Rico, what do you say we talk to that little Billy Goat there about the news?
Who?
Bill.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right, let's get into it. You got the first one here, don't you, Mr. Cheese?
I think I diddly do.
All right, why don't you tell the folks about it?
The Pale Blue Eye. Okay, guys, this is coming out later this year. I should have wrote that down. December of 2022. This is starring Christian Bale and shit.
You can go ahead and look.
Fill some air.
It has to do with Edgar Allan Poe. That's really all I know about it. It's going to Netflix after the theatrical release, which Christian Bale is happy about because I forget the two films he did before this, but they went straight to Netflix, and I guess he was bummed about it.
Okay.
That's just what I looked at real quick before we start recording.
Yeah.
You got some more quips there, Chester?
I do. So this is starring Christian Bale and Harry Melling. Now, Harry Melling, a lot of you will recognize as young Dudley from the Harry Potter series.
Oh, I knew that face.
And so it's we've got veteran detective August Landor, who's Christian Bale, is investigating murders helped by a young cadet from West Point who will eventually becomes the world famous Edgar Allan Poe. So I think this is a pretty fun idea. Tim had mentioned that it's only going to be 2 weeks. Well, I don't know if it's only 2 weeks in the theaters, but
it's X amount of time.
After 2 weeks, it'll be on Netflix.
Probably maximum 90 days. That's kind of what everyone seems to be doing.
Well, and the reason for that they're doing 2 weeks theatrical before going to streaming is that there's still strict guidelines from the Academy to qualify for Academy Awards. Yeah, which is confusing because there's a lot of stuff that didn't have theatrical releases that were still a part of the Academy Awards. Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah, that went straight to Netflix. Yeah.
I don't know what that changes, but I was told that that's an industry practice right now that you need to be. Maybe that's a new rule. I don't know new rules, but I think this is kind of fun. I don't really know that much about Edgar Allan Poe. He's a famous American poet, but like investigating murders around West Point with the help of a young Edgar Allan Poe could be a really fun take. Christian Bale, method actor, probably going to get into it. Harry Melling, I don't know what he's done recently, but a lot of those Harry Potter kids turned out to be pretty freaking cute.
Oh, dude. We're not talking about it, but I'm going to mention it. We watched the, I think it's the second trailer for Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Oh. That thing looks so fucking fun. I was so not on board from the get-go.
Yeah, you weren't.
I think it looks so great.
Daniel Radcliffe is why he's bringing that up, Harry Potter kids.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thank you, Chase. Thanks for clarifying. So keep your eye out for that one. And I think that's going straight to who?
I don't remember which one.
We'll tell you next week.
Yeah.
I think that's coming out pretty quick, though.
Yeah, that's going to be something I'm going to want to watch pretty quickly.
Definitely. It looks really, really fun. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, go ahead and look it up. It's a fucking good time.
And if you are interested in catching the trailers for that, the first one was just like, okay, this could be fun. This newest trailer was really fun to me.
Almost too good. Like, I hope those weren't all this. I don't imagine they are all the sillies, but I hate when all the sillies are in a trailer and then it's like.
Hopefully this thing's riddled with them.
I don't like when like the trailer is the roadmap for the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to see something and you're like, well, I haven't seen this part yet, so I know the movie's not over. I hope it's not like that. But
right, totally.
Daniel Radcliffe seems to fucking slay this one just from what I'm taking from the trailer.
Yeah.
We're not talking about it, but I'm going to mention it anyway. The Blood and Honey trailer, if you don't remember, the Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin, that aired, well,
5 days
I
ago?
guess, so it'd be, 10 days by the time you're seeing this? Better than I thought it would be. Because I think they filmed it in, fucking 12 days or something.
Fucking crazy.
Little, B-movie cheese, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I have a lot higher hopes for that one.
Yeah, me too. The trailer really surprised me.
Yeah, same. It was legitimately like, whoa, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like the costumes aren't like super shitty looking. Maybe they just used all the best cuts for the trailer. I don't know, but simple and scary, kind of like The Strangers. The fucking burlap sack could freak anybody out.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Trailer surprised me a lot. You were right.
Yeah, dude. What am I talking about
got some
here?
news there, T?
Yeah, so Hellraiser, there's another edition coming to Hulu. Let me grab my notes here really quick.
Sure.
I forget the old bird's name there.
Good for them. Hellraiser was one when I was a kid. That was a part of the holy trinity of watching horror movies of
Yeah. So by the time you're seeing the the holy trinity of.
I was just trying to fill air. You go ahead.
Oh, very good. By the time you see this. It won't be out. Sorry. October 7th. It's a Hulu exclusive. Pinhead is going to be played by Jamie Clayton, who you see there on your left.
Oh,
I don't believe that's her in makeup. It could be her in makeup. It's a side-by-side I pulled from, like, Hulu. So maybe it is. If it is, looks pretty fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah, it's rated R, so that's fucking cool. They're not pissing and moaning. I do believe I have the synopsis here. Let me pull her up real quick one time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have been a little bit more prepared here.
Oh, I do the same thing.
All right, let me see if I can read well enough. Okay, a young woman struggling from addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, unaware of that is possessed to summon Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. So basically, kind of sounds like the first one with a lady.
Yeah.
But fine,
Yeah, absolutely.
don't fuck it up, probably.
You remember what the name of like the monsters are in that?
Are they like the Cenobites or Cenobites or something?
Yeah, Cenobites.
Yeah.
I
I think I've only seen the first one, and
Did you-
that was kind of enough for me.
Did you watch them when you were younger?
No. Well, what's younger? Like, I think I was like
Elementary
15,
school.
16.
Okay.
No. Well, I know your brother. That checks out.
Yeah.
No,
Those
I
one-
was older.
those ones scared me pretty good. It was
Yeah,
pretty,
they're pretty creepy.
pretty graphic,
Yeah.
pretty spooky.
Oh, strong sex, nudity, and violence.
Good. I mean,
So
good.
yeah, hopefully they're keeping it true to the chest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd check that out. I'm down for a Hellraiser resurgence, maybe rather than a reboot.
It sounds kind of rebooty, but with a lady.
Yeah, I'd give it a shot.
Whatever.
Interested
We'll
in seeing
check
that.
her out.
Did we have a date on that, by the way?
October 7th
Okay.
of this year.
So
So
a month away.
right around the corner. Maybe we'll do that one
Maybe we will.
for Octobies.
Yeah, we got some spookies coming up for Octobies.
Yay. The cheese bone is excited.
Great.
I want to wear costumes every one.
During October,
Yeah.
you got me for one.
Okay.
You dress up as much as you want.
Then it's just weird. What if I just dress up as you? We could be twins every time.
Welcome back.
Switching seats would be so weird.
Whoa, yeah, well, I'm not ready for all that.
I don't chew anymore. All right, I've been clamoring to know what this is about.
Yeah, rough intro because it's not that interesting.
All right, Chester, hit him with it.
Lindsay Lohan has signed on for 2 later this year, straight to Netflix romantic comedies. The first one coming out, I believe, in November is Falling for Christmas. If you're familiar with Netflix's Christmas line, they're pretty like cookie cutter. You know what you're getting. They're in love and they're out of love. Now they're back in love again, or they were never in love. They found love. They lost love. Then they found it again at the end. And then she's also doing another one later this year, must be in December, called Irish Wish, which is another romantic comedy. Very similar formulas, but it was just interesting to see that, like, she hasn't done anything in a while, and then she's
Nothing
doing
worthwhile.
two back-to-back romantic comedies coming out on Netflix. I mean, hey, good for her, right? You can't be a crack whore forever. Sorry, Lindsay.
Is the Irish one coming out in March?
No, I think that's later this year.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like 1 month, and then the next month the other one comes out.
I was hoping they were going to do a what do you call it? Oh, St. Patrick's Day thing.
How do you feel about Lindsay Lohan?
I don't know. Child star. You got to give her some outs, I think.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. I don't know. That's got to be like a kind of a. I mean, doing this, you kind of see the ins and outs a little bit more because you got to kind of research a little bit.
Well, yeah, we're in the industry.
Well, that's not what I'm saying, but like Drew Barrymore is all fucked up, but she kind of came through. Fucking what's his name from Stand By Me? I forget his name now.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, pretty fucked up. Sort of kind of came through, but not really.
That music video said otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, what I mean came through. Like nobody's really hurting for cash. They're probably hurting
they have
mentally,
money.
but yeah, they're not going to be. I don't know. A couple of years ago, you might have told me that Lohan was on the side of the road, and I probably would have believed you. But well, I'm glad she's getting work.
Yeah,
Good for
me
her.
too. Me too. I mean, it's hard not to feel a little bit bad when, like, you look at the whole Britney Spears shit that's been going on over the last, however many years with the conservatorship
Fucking
that
long time.
her fucking dad had on her and was like guaranteed X amount of her money and shit, and like she couldn't like make her own deals and whatnot. Just fucking crazy. And as a kid, you're not gonna know that there's a deeper plan from that from dad. You're like, oh yeah, dad's like in charge of the shit because he's an adult and my fucking person. I shouldn't like not worry about fucking me over in this world.
You know her dad's name?
No,
Jamie.
no, it's not.
You know her sister's name? Jamie.
So is Jamie and Jamie fucking?
It's Holly weird. Who knows, dude? It's starting to get toasty in here.
Get a little toasty roasty.
Get a little toast.
But anyway, yeah, check that out. Look, I'm always down for a real cheesy rom-com. Like, it's not out of my realm of loving this thing.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I like a good Hallmark from time to time. I can do like 3, which I feel like is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Your mom and I watched a handful when I was living with y'all.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
They're fun.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom gets around after Thanksgiving. It's a lot of those Hallmark straight to TVs.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That can be fun, though.
Yeah.
Like, he makes toys, but the rich guy gave me cocoa. Who do I sleep with? Oh, shit, it's snowing. Christmas is ruined.
That's so
I better
spot
bang
on.
the neighbor.
Wow, I think you just wrote like 4 fucking Hallmark movies.
Those are probably, I was going to say fun to write, but they're probably not fun to write at all. They're probably fucking.
They're probably easy to write.
They probably suck the soul out of you.
Like, what's the? God, what is that from? I've probably done this on here before, but fucking Nick Kroll does a roast on Seth Rogen during James Franco's roast. That is so fucking funny. He's like, here's how Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen like write movies. Hey, Sethy, what if the friends and then the not friends and then at the end of the movie, then the friends again?
We haven't seen a Seth Rogen in a while now.
I think he kind of went the Jason Segel route where they kind of got tired of doing like the dumb, drunk, high, funny guy shtick, maybe a little bit.
I mean, I've never done it, but I feel like I could do that forever.
Well, I mean, I get probably like
creatively it gets taxing.
You know, Jason Segel wasn't hurting for money. He's like, I don't really want to keep doing these.
He was a fucking young buck doing what do we say, 27?
Yes.
For Getting Sarah Marshall?
Which is crazy.
God damn it.
Did real well.
Yeah,
did real well.
So well.
But
it's frustrating.
Yeah, all they're doing is hurting their other friends that can't get the other good roles.
Have you seen Sethy lately?
Maybe.
Painted fingernails, dyed hair.
Okay, so he's going through that.
Good little wackadoo. But he's fucking 40 plus.
Sethy has a good wackadoo?
Oh, his hang down?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a little wackadoo. Like,
yeah,
he's going a little.
Yeah, he's not packing.
Little
You know Jason Segel out there.
Oh, dude. That guy laid down. What? Did I change that? Biggest Hammer in Hollywood? Is that still the title of For Getting Sarah Marshall?
I
might have put that in the thumbnail and
maybe.
not the. I should change that for fun.
We were pretty proud of that one.
I like that one. I think that was a you, yeah.
Well, we were doing something. It was like biggest something. And then I think me or you said hog or whatever. Biggest
It's
Hammer.
fucking hard to think of YouTube titles.
You usually do all right. Mine are always stupid. Like, let's just make it clickbaity. Hey, does Lindsay Lohan dig anal?
Those are better than some of mine.
I don't know.
I think the Imodium one was like the biggest hitter. We laughed, we cried, we both had an Imodium.
Is that the one where I do the Imodium plug?
Yeah, I forget what movie that was for though.
It was something where we were at a theater because I was like, hey, if you're like us and you don't want to have to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes, Imodium. Don't poop your pants in the theater.
What was that for?
Probably like Top Gun.
Might have been. I feel like I had like a bad goose pun. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Chester Rico, why don't you go ahead and hit us with that synopsis?
You got it. So, BASEketball is a 1998 sports comedy movie directed by David Zucker, starring Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Jenny McCarthy, among a few others. This movie's coming in at a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.5 on IMDb. The synopsis is BASEketball is a 1998 American sports comedy about two friends who create a backyard sports sensation, Joe Cooper and Doug Reamer. And this story is what happens when money and politics gets involved with a backyard game that was made for fun.
Okay, dude. Pretty fucking good work out of you. I wish I could find applause.
Sort of.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Good work.
For the layman, I labeled all these things so dumb. They're all numbers, and I should have done it better. Sorry, Chase.
No, do you have the budget numbers? I wasn't sure if you just
I
wanted to-
do.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Let me look at my notes here. Do you already know?
Yeah, I got it right here.
So for the layman here, it's pretty not good.
Oh no.
Budget was 23 milli.
Mm-hmm.
The take home there, the box office, 7 mil.
Ooh,
Pretty not great.
not good at all.
Not great at all.
Not good at all.
And I've been researching a lot of the times. what do you call it? Marketing isn't involved with budget. So like, let's say, what's it called? Avatar, for instance. I don't think that they add the marketing into the production budget.
Okay.
So like Lightyear, for instance, shitload of marketing.
Yeah.
Epic failure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not even surprised by that.
Yeah, not at all. And then you put the budget on top of that. And it's so weird now. It's a very interesting time we decided to do this because like the theater is so weird now.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
It'll still be fun.
oh, it's a great time. I appreciate it more than well,
Agreed.
I shouldn't say more than ever. I think I appreciated going out to the movies when I was a kid a little bit more, but I do still enjoy doing it.
Oh yeah.
But there's just no money in it really.
Well,
You got to get like a deal from somebody. Did you see Matt Damon on Hot Ones
yes.
talking about like why little baby pictures don't get made anymore, basically because of like DVD sales? I don't really agree.
I don't remember that super thoroughly, but
That's
what's his whole point? He's saying
basically
that
like no little pictures get made anymore because like he's kind of talking about like the marketing aspect too. To make $100 million picture, you have to have like $200 million to market it, the fucking thing, when you could have just done like a 4 DVD movie and it could have just gone to Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, whatever,
right.
and it would have recouped something off of those. I don't know how all the fucking money in the deals work.
Right. Right.
But I don't know, dude. Fucking. Well, I guess Netflix isn't very small anymore. There's not really. Maybe like a Crackle or something would give you a shot. I
Sure,
don't know, which is a
sure.
Sony company. Shout out
Right.
to Sony. I don't know. I feel like there is more of a window of opportunity. Or you could do like fucking Louis C.K. and Joe Listed and just like
Pump out
You'll-
your own shit.
if you're already kind of known. I mean, that's kind of secular. Like not everyone's going to be kind of known, but
Right. Right.
I don't know. I feel like if you have like some sort of production, you probably got a little bit of scratch in the game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
I hear you. I hear you. Zach.
Interesting theories out of the Damon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think this thing, half the budget went to the fucking cameos. I mean, for how much of a stinker this was getting released, they have got some very well-known big names in this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's in this.
Mhm.
Bob Costas and Al Michaels play themselves in
Bob
this.
Costas is in this a lot.
A lot.
I thought he was just going to have one little. I mean, I've seen this before, not a lot, but I thought he was just going to have like a little one-off thing.
Yeah. Dude, I don't remember if it was Al Michaels or Bob Costas, but they do such a good job of like making I don't know, I guess what a direct maybe like soccer if you don't know about like European soccer and all the different competitions, but dude, there's a couple lines where it's so funny. They're like, "Now if the Bears here can get out of the Northeast West Conference Division with a draw or a win, then they'll face Philadelphia. But if LA loses to the much heated Toronto, then they will face each other in a 2-man sack race." Like, what the fuck?
That's like some pre-dodgeball shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Really good.
So I was really surprised at the cameos in this, and most of them are pretty fucking funny. I mean, there's a big name baseball player at the beginning I won't name in case it's a trivia question, but
It's definitely not.
okay.
Oh, for you? You're going to tell me that?
Probably now. He could be double bluffing me. Don't listen to
Oh, I'm not. I got
Um,
a double blind, but I can't read.
this. But anyway, so I want to know your thoughts on like particularly the first like 15 minutes of this thing.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the first 15.
Like
I'm gonna mispronounce his name,
sure.
but Dayan, like their boy who's in like Cannibal and fucking
Squeak in
Orgasmo.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really fun, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the movie.
College buddies.
Yeah. And it feels real organic in the first 15, 20.
Yeah.
Disagree?
Disagree. Not a hard disagree. I don't. His character was probably has a lot of like funny parts in it, but to me, it's like painfully obvious. Like I don't know how to say this without sounding like a douche.
Eh.
I feel like Squeak is like obviously like just reread the line and then he's like trying to deliver it 7 different times funny, and like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like one of them that worked for me was like, "I swear to God, if you guys call me fucking Squeak 13 or 14 more times, I'm fucking out of here." Okay, that's fine. You're still a little bitch.
Yeah.
Like Matt and Trey in that exchange is like they feel like they're Well, they are. They had been, you know,
Oh yeah.
acting and
Shaking and
doing shit
moving,
a little
yeah.
bit more. So it's not really anything against him, but there's just a lot of scenes. Some of the psych outs, like with Squeak, are just
I don't like
eh.
any of the psych outs.
There's a few that I like. I like when he does the Cartman voice. I like that one.
Oh, I thought that was kind of odd.
Well, you had brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Like, I was very happy when I found out that they didn't full on write this. They had some hand in the pot, but it wasn't fully written
Yeah.
by them.
So if I remember, maybe I'll post a link in the show notes. But there's like I think it's a DVD thing that's on YouTube. It's like 15 minutes or whatever.
Sure.
I forget the director's name. Let me see if I can find it really quick. David Zucker.
David Zucker, yeah.
Yeah, who has done a couple of different things. Like the Naked Gun, Airplane, shit like that. So it's spot on for what we're talking about here. He wasn't like married to the script like at all.
Yeah.
And Matt and Trey were like, well, can we do this, and this? He's like, I don't give a fuck, just make it funny. And so they kind of just took the idea and they let Matt and Trey like kind of ride with it, which is like kind of a catch-22, double-edged sword, whatever fucking thing you want to say there. Because like, it's not fantastic, but I wish they would have removed their names a little bit more from it. But you do see some Matt and Trey shine in this.
100%.
Yeah.
You do. And there's a lot of humor that lands for me. Like, I don't want to make it seem like none of it worked for me. But it's also, and this can be fine, but it's all, the humor's super dated. It's obvious.
yeah.
Like it's 1998 and it reads like 93. Like this thing is
Yeah.
is
Maybe even like 83.
Dude.
Like, some of it's just like, what?
I do. So like in terms of like the first quarter of the movie, I do like the way they come up with it's pretty cool. Like they show up to this party as like the fucking losers who haven't done
I wish it was
anything.
more of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then you know the two preppy guys, or they run into like the hot girls from high school. He's like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" And he just says it so well. Just hanging out playing Nintendo. And I think she thinks he's like fucking with her. And he's like, kind of, yeah. And
I wish he would have elaborated what Nintendo, because that would have been N64 at the time. I think it would be more funny if it was like Nintendo Entertainment System. Maybe I'm just a douche nerd, but
no,
moving on.
you can be a douche or a nerd, Tim, but you're not a douche nerd,
I think
Come
those
on.
guys drowned.
dude.
In fucking fluid, dude.
Dude.
Cut that.
But it's an interesting timing because 1 year later, a very well liked musical comes out, written and created by those two beautiful men. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Right.
And one of the points Tim brought up early was that, like, you know, with the Cartman voice and you know, South Park wasn't a household name yet. Like in terms, it was kind of niche at that point. Like, it was really, I mean, that at that time of like cartoons, like the raunchiest shit out there was the fucking Simpsons.
Which is laughable now.
And South Park comes in real quick.
What did we
and
say this was? 99?
98.
98? And Spirit of Christmas was what, like 95, 6?
I think they did the Spirit of Christmas.
But it was released.
mid-90s. Yeah,
like,
it came out and it Spirit of Christmas, it wasn't received all that great.
No.
I think the biggest fan of it was Primus, who ended up writing him a fucking
Wasn't Clooney super into it too, though?
Actually, that's a great point. Clooney was into it early. He was a
turkey,
He voiced
right?
the
Sorry.
turkeys.
Stepping on you here. Yeah.
Gives me flashbacks to the fucking PlayStation 1 game.
Dude, we were just talking about that the other day, yeah.
Okay, here's an interesting thing because I had a family member
Yeah.
who was a well-established adult at the time, really, really into South Park and was like, dude, you guys got to get on this. And this was probably 99, 98, like very early on. My aunt Maddie down in Bandon, a bit of a hippie, so she's probably
Never
like
been there.
smoking. Yes, you have.
No.
I could take it. Whoa. Sorry,
you're
guys.
getting it.
Anyway, it was a good quip by Tim to be like, well, South Park wasn't really fully that established yet.
Well, they say that in the thing I'm talking about. Like, that's not me. I'm quoting them. They
yeah, but I
thought
heard
they were
it from
gonna
you,
get
so.
right. Sure. They thought that South Park was going to be. Am I stepping on you? Sorry.
No.
They thought they were going to be canceled. So
Yeah.
they're like, "Fuck it, let's do this," which is like kind of where the Randyisms come from, like the which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And the Cartman thing, which kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like,
Sure.
well, don't fucking. I mean, the Randy is kind of like it could be Randy if you know, fun, but that's obviously Cartman,
Oh, yeah.
which like you're mixing two worlds that shouldn't collide in my view, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, they don't.
It's whatever.
They don't do it a ton where they're like
It's one time.
shoving South Park down
Yeah,
your throat
yeah,
with the
yeah.
voices, but you get like Randy is a great like you totally see where like the Randy humor even later on because early South Park Randy's like the rock voice of reason guy. He's not wacky yet.
Before we get into characters here, I think you got a pretty cool first time ever
Yes.
Chester cheese nifty, a thrifty.
Now, if any of the muffs out there have a basketball pump, I sure would appreciate it. This is the Lazy Boy BASEketball.
Can you bump it out the other way?
I can't really. I try.
Give it to me.
That might be way easier than I thought.
He's doing it, Scouts. There you go. Let me get you on your side. Yeah. We're prepared.
Deflated Lazy Boy. Anyway, in the movie, Joe Cooper, Trey Parker, has the first like famous BASEketball made out of. There it is on the right side there. Oh, nice. Made out of his actual Lazy Boy chair. I was hoping this would be like leather, but that's probably a big ask. But anyway, this is a really fun prop to have. Actually, interestingly enough, if you were friends with me in probably 2011, Michael, Kyle, Tim, we actually set up a BASEketball court in my my driveway was perfect for that. How it had like the two sides that flared out for like first and third. Pretty fun. If you don't know,
did we play?
Oh yeah, I mean,
BASEketball?
not a ton, but yeah.
You had a fucking hoop too.
Yeah, we set it up with like chalk, first base, bunt. We had all the.
I remember playing like hockey.
Yeah, this was later on. This was like maybe post high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
I was
game.
gone post high school.
If you don't know and you haven't seen the movie, BASEketball is a mix of baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
Pretty fun game.
Naturally.
Pretty fun game. Anybody can play it.
Anybody can do it.
Anyway, are we gonna do? You want to get into the characters a
we
little
should
bit?
get into the characters here. Who do we got first?
Take
here?
it off with Joe Coop.
Joe Coopsy. I think you just saw him on your left. That is 2022 Hulu premiere. Looks like for something. What do you do for Hulu? I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Actually,
Anyway, looks fantastic. Dude can do it all. Musicals. If you haven't seen Cannibal the musical, and you know what you're getting into, it's pretty fun. Orgasmo's pretty fun too.
yeah,
Like
it is.
it's kind of the same realm of like it's pretty silly, pretty goofy, but it's pretty fun.
You can just tell, like especially with Trey, like when he does songs, like Cannibal's them like in college doing a fucking film school project.
Also with Dion or I'm gonna fuck up his name again.
Squeak,
Yeah.
little bitch.
Yeah.
You can just tell like his early on creative juices, and it feels like he's always stayed pretty true to that. Like the goofy songs, the Spadoinkle Day is great. I wish I could have that as my ringtone.
That's a good one.
Speaking of his creative tendencies, dude also won a fucking Tony for
Book of Mormon.
the Book of Mormon, which I have seen live because that's the only way you can see it.
You did see it live.
Unbelievable. I'm a little bit biased because there's like a few people out there like Bill Hader's in this realm of like they do something and they're really going to get the benefit of the doubt from me. Like, but Book of Mormon is just absolutely phenomenally good, hilarious, has a ton of heart for it. If people think it's just like shit on Mormons the whole time, no, it's not.
The Mormons actually like it.
Yep, they were outside.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, enjoy the show. Here's a pamphlet.
Which is pretty smart for them. Like, embrace the bullshit. It's only going to work better for you.
You know who played basketball for the Mormons?
Both of us, actually. Yeah. Well, you actually played in the league. I didn't play in the league.
I was starting point guard, dude, somehow.
Yeah. One of them tried to get me into like a Amazon fucking let's sell stuff thing.
Yes.
I wore a suit to Subway and I was hammered. I'm not an Amazon affiliate.
Did your best.
You know what I just remembered?
What's
Maybe
that?
I shouldn't say it, but oh, Tucker, hey buddy.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Mr. Dag. What are you doing? This is Tucker. Oh, hey, little sprout.
We got a guest on the show here.
Yep.
Little Tuckerino.
I didn't pull a squeak.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
We can show him. Anyway, Joe Cooper's great in this. Trey
Yep.
Parker's great in this. Him and the next guy. Are you able to go down with the dog in your
Yeah,
hand?
sure can. Who's the next guy there, Chester?
This is Trey Parker's partner in crime, Matt Stone. Plays Doug Reamer. Also hilarious in this. I mean, these two guys are, what make the movie for me.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
There's other ancillary parts, but they're
Ancillary. Look at this cat over here.
They're the two best. Matt and Trey just did a special in Red Rocks, Colorado, which is a famous amphitheater.
Which I need to watch.
And dude, shit made me cry, made me laugh. Real fun. Primus is there. Ween is there.
If you don't know, Primus did the intro music to South Park.
Yeah, great little story about that actually. As I'm going down the rabbit hole here of South Park stuff, they wrote Primus a letter in 1997, saying, "Hey man, we just made this thing. We need a theme song for it. We have $73 in our bank account, and it's all yours if you can do it." Primus ended up doing it for free. They liked the spirit of Christmas, and that's the little jingle we get from them. Going down South Park, gonna have my ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding, ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding. Anyway, what did you think about Reamer?
Friendly faces everywhere.
New toys.
I'm doing better. I thought I was gonna hit those buttons a lot more. What was the question? Sorry.
How did you feel about Doug Reamer in this? Matt Stone.
Pretty great. Well, fine, but like, he plays it to where, he's gonna take like the buyout.
Right.
He's like, fucking, of course.
Why don't you fucking consult with us, dude?
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, he plays it like how you might play in real life. Like if you made a team, but we both came up with the idea, but you got like the death rights. Like either one of us might be a little annoyed if we weren't consulted.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty. I feel like that's a pretty true feeling.
Sure.
You might fucking feel. I think Matt shines a little harder, but I think, I think Trey shines a little harder,
Yeah.
but Matt isn't like lesser, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They complement each other well.
You remember when Matt fucking gets together with the dead dude's, I guess now ex-wife, and Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a ring, and this is like becomes a later South Park thing, which is pretty funny. He's wearing a ring, and Trey Parker, Joe Cooper's like, "Dude, are you fucking engaged already?" He's like, "No, dude, this is a pre-commitment ring." It's like, the fuck's a pre-commitment ring? Dude, we're pre-committed to each other, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Isn't the Deathbed Kid also a South Park?
Ooh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Deathbed Kid's hilarious.
I think it's also a Seinfeld.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like 3 home runs, I'm pretty sure is a Seinfeld. And I think that's 3 goals at the Pepsi Center in South Park.
The kid at one point's like looking at Joe Cooper, and he's like, "Am I going to die?" And Joe Cooper's like, "Yeah, dude, but like not today."
Yeah. It's very Kyle.
Well, Matt does Kyle, but yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I think we got one more. We should have 2, but I fucked up. Jenny McCarthy, still looking banging. I believe she's a judge on one of those judge shows. America's Got Talent or one of those fucking things. I forget.
Now,
I have some quips here.
Oh, cool. Quip it up, brother.
If I can find them in a meaningful amount of time. Do you have anything to say about her?
I was curious if her boobs were real. Do you have that in there in your book?
Nah, unfortunately I don't.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I had.
She had her own talk show for a while in the 90s.
Oh,
She was a bit of a to-do.
Sure.
Like probably at the time this was going. Like she was a pretty big get. So
yeah.
Kudos to them for getting her. She's still a slam piece. Did I put it up already?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, she's still a prize to be won.
Yeah, this is why the fucking budget was so awful. They had a stellar cast here.
And it's the fake outs we were talking about earlier. That is definitely my least favorite part.
Not a lot of them land for me.
Like you could tell me you want to fuck my mother. I'm not going to trip over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's not supposed to be like a realistic thing. It's a goofy fun time.
I felt the
but
same
like,
way.
like what the
Like the falling part of it was
What?
dumb. Yeah.
like if we're gonna go super goof, like why don't you have like a fucking Acme bomb explode in his pocket or something?
Yeah.
That's how like crazy that is to me.
The cutting off of the finger one was like, okay, at least that's
That
like
was
something in
kinda
your
funny.
face. The
Yeah.
the fake tit milk was kind of funny, but like the squeak, fucked your sister, and he like falls over. It's just like it's goofy, but
You would just stop and probably hit him in the face if you're that offended.
I was a few chiladas deep when I watched this, and a lot of the goofs were not landing for me. Like if it wasn't Matt and Trey doing these goofs, I probably would have been like, this is so stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't mind a stupid. Walk Hard's like my favorite comedy of all time. Pretty silly.
This is far stupider than Walk Hard.
Way stupider.
Far
Walk Hard
stupider.
brings a little heart eventually into it. This doesn't really have heart.
Fuck.
Well, let's get into some fucking thoughts about this
Let's
thing,
get
man.
into it, dude. Are we doing ours or what are you thinking here?
No, let's do a couple like scenes that stuck out to you for a minute.
Scenes that stuck out to me.
Got a couple listed.
Oh yeah, I have do's and don'ts. So you're probably aware that we didn't do this last week. We were gonna watch it again this morning, and I didn't do that. So I'm going off. Dues, Bob Costas for sure. Wow. This is a bunch of scribbles, dude.
That's okay. You get into it.
Oh, the Randy's I already mentioned. I guess I said that was a deal. Honestly, now it kind of doesn't bother me.
Changed a little bit for you.
It's like whatever. Well, I guess I like that more than the Cartman thing, which I already mentioned.
Sure.
Oh, Pets on Rollerblades. I don't honestly remember that, but I liked it a week ago.
Yes, I forgot about that. That's a good call.
I honestly can't see that in my head right now.
Shit. Fuck yeah! What is? I don't remember either.
I don't either. But last week Tim loved it, so let's move on.
It was a do.
Oh, Joey Diaz is a ref.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
I didn't pick that up.
yeah.
I don't think.
He's got like a line, technical foul or something. That's definitely Joey Diaz.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Oh, something about roadkill. I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, the Unsolved Mysteries guy fucking slays too. He says fuck like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You don't think those kind of guys are for hire for swears. Like
Right.
in my head.
Right.
Like, that fucking old guy's not going to say fuck. And Unsolved Mysteries at the time was probably like one of the highest rated shows.
Pretty big.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And to do like, well, I guess it wasn't that little, but it feels little now because no one gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you got? Slay something on me.
Okay. So like early on, a couple of things that did not land for me well.
I think we're doing dues.
Okay, do the dues.
Do dues.
Gotcha. Fucking the San Antonio basketball team, their fans chant when the team comes out is "Fuck the Mexicans, fuck the Mexicans," which would not work often. Pretty funny in context, guys. Shit has context. Pretty funny that that's the team chant as they're coming out.
it's
Fuck
very
the
funny.
Mexicans. There's I talked about this a little bit ago. The pre-commitment rings to me is very, very funny.
It's pretty funny.
There's a song that plays on the radio. It's kind of like Joe Cooper, who is Trey Parker. It's like his pump up song. And at first it's just like, you gotta do what you feel is right.
Oh, in the car?
And he's like, yeah. And then it's like, and then it starts being really, if you got ousted by a fucking old man. And he's like, what? If there's shit on your upper lip. And he's like, what the fuck? And those warts on your dick won't come off unless you use some topical cream. And he's like, fuck. Just love that. That felt so, Trey wrote that and sung that. I'm sure. Well, he definitely sung it, but I'm sure he fucking wrote that.
I didn't know he sung it.
Dude, that guy pumps out fucking
He's
little songs all the time.
Yeah,
Very
he's-
musically talented.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I get into a couple of things I didn't like?
Please. Start me off.
Okay, wait. I have one more thing. That's pretty funny.
Do it.
So in this movie, there's a kid that's on his deathbed basically, and his like wish is to hang out with the beers, and to like hang out with Joe Cooper, who's his favorite player. And so they like don't know what to do, and so they take him out to a bar and like shoot tequila with him.
Oh, that's right. That's pretty fun.
They get all
Yeah.
fucked up, and he's like, fucking slams another shot of tequila, and he looks over and he's like, "You see, Joey, the little boy, dreams really do come true." And then he passes out. I thought that was fun.
It feels like the kid from Walk Hard, but it's not.
Yeah,
He's got this
Yeah, it
stupid
does.
chubby cheeks,
yeah,
but the timeline is super. Oh no, super wrong.
yeah. Agreed. There's a lot of stuff here that works for me. Just also a lot that doesn't.
So some don'ts for me. Some of the effects, I guess, but I think I was being a little douchey. Like when the hot dog thing, whatever. Like when
Yeah.
dude's dying. That was nitpicky, Tim.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not. I mean, it's not nitpicky if you don't like it, bro. You good?
What the fuck does this say? Oh, I think I just said the home run Seinfeld, which I already mentioned. There wasn't like a whole lot I hated. It was just like kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? It was executed kind of poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. A lot of the humor feels like I shouldn't compare this so much to South Park, but a lot of South Park jokes are like payoffs and well thought out, and a lot of this jokes in this thing are pretty cheap and cheesy, and it just kind of irks me that like Matt and Trey, who I love, I also love Seth MacFarlane, but they fucking lay into Seth MacFarlane for how like cheap and dumb the jokes are in Family Guy, which I disagree with. There's some.
Me
but
too.
It's still
I
a
love
different,
Family Guy.
It's a different type of
It's a
making a
different
joke.
thing.
It's still
Yeah.
funny.
Mhm.
And BASEketball is just full of these.
Yeah.
quick, dumb.
Yeah.
It's a little situational, but mostly. Squeak, though, just I have in here like 2 different times of scenes with Squeak where it just feels like so blatantly obvious that he's like
Just kind of thrown in.
the most like doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, like can't read a line to save his life almost. Like I'm probably being too hard on him. I was boozing when I was watching this, but
I just like that he's there.
Oh.
I like a friendship story.
like them ripping on him is great, but like his even his reactions to that feel like flat and wide-eyed, and it's just kind of like, man, there's stuff at the beginning that like he fucking turns on a bidet and it splashes him. I was like, oh, that's funny because he doesn't know what a bidet is.
Yeah.
And then there's like a 15-second scene of Reamer just licking a fucking used dildo that I'm like, you're doing that way too long. It's making me feel
weird,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
And then they like pull out the mom's underwear and it's these big sheets. Dude, come on, dude. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's not that funny for me.
No. That's where like editing and stuff comes into though. Like they probably all did all those things fucking a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know who edited this. I think editors should get more credit, honestly, dude. Or
Preach.
cinematographers as well.
Preach.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this.
Well, I might need to go drain this chilada.
Out of your ween? All right, let's take a pause. Well, Chester, you think it's time to get into the 1, 2, 3 non-specific amount of R's?
Yeah, how many R's there? Arr. Yeah, buddy, I'm dying to hear what you got for me today.
You want me to go ahead and start?
Yeah.
Well, are we taking it to the boomers first?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is like a -7 on the boomer scale.
Yeah.
It's stupid. The whole generation's stupid, and we hate you.
These fucking millennials.
They can't even do sports right. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna land.
It didn't.
Yeah, it's not fantastic. I don't think it aged super duper well.
No, I agree.
Like you were saying earlier, if this wasn't Matt and Trey, which I think would just be completely entire different movie anyway,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care
Yeah.
to watch it at all. I think the premise is kind of fun.
Uh-huh.
I like a buddy story, and I like that all the buddies are in the story. Would I recommend it? If you've seen it before, I suppose. Sure. Actually, Wesley Flowers, shout out Wesley Flowers.
Shout out Wes.
Last week, when I said we were doing it this week, he mentioned that he just watched it. So comment if you're watching this, Wes.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it? I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I decided not to watch it again. So if that tells you anything, my rating.
Ooh.
Yeah, tummy roll. Shit. It's low. I don't know how low to go because it's not complete dog shit.
Sure.
I think we're gonna do like a 6.4.
Okay.
I don't really know where that lands in the zeitgeist of things, but
I think you're pretty spot on.
yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to.
Hmm.
All right. So, I'll go here. Yeah. So boomer scale. Yeah. Non-existent. It's not even on there. Boomers don't know about this movie. They won't like it.
There it is.
The Gen X scale probably likes it.
Yeah.
It's kind of their heyday there in the late 90s. But yeah, real low on the boomer scare. Recommendation. Yeah. If you like early South Park, sure. Give it a chance. There's enough of that bleeds through, and Matt and Trey are charming enough to keep you going if you like that. But probably to like the general public, that's probably a big old no.
Yeah.
It is a fun premise. BASEketball itself is a cool thing. I had real rosy glasses for this, thinking that I was gonna fucking love this, thinking this was gonna be right there with Walk Hard for me. And no, it's just not at all.
Definitely no.
It's
Definitely no.
It's also the acting, which I hate doing this. Acting is just not good to me through most of it. Some of the cameos are some of the better parts. They got good cameos in there. Matt and Trey are charming enough, but yeah, not my favorite time from those two. So, with that said, my rating is pretty darn close to Tim's. Just a little bit lower. I'm coming in at a 6.2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. I think Bob Costas is the best part.
Bob Costas and Al Michaels are funny the whole fucking time.
Oh man. Well, should we get into
Get into what?
What do we call it now? Do we call it a little thing called
Quiz in your head! It's time for some trivia, the movie show trivia. We're in the 90s in South Park.
What do you think, Chester? Who's going first on this one?
I can start you off.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and lay down the law, mister?
Okay. What utility company does Squeak work for?
Oh, my fucking God.
You don't have to know the name of the company, but what type of utility, I guess, is it?
I think it's waste management.
Nah. Do you want a multiple choice?
Sure.
The electric company, the gas company, or the sewage company?
Wow, those are all really good. Electric?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Nah. He's going to shut off the gas. He works for the gas company.
That's right. I thought it was weird they had gas. I guess this is more of a true, like, trivia. I feel like sometimes we do, like, hard trivia because we watched it that day, so it might not be fun for a person that remembers it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Mark it 0, Donnie.
This is also tricky because Tim and I watched this fucking 2 weeks ago, so.
A week ago, right? Last Thursday or something?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Complete the sentence. Kids these days only have an attention span that can be measured in what? It's the old guy, Ted Denslow.
Yeah, I can see him.
Kids these days only have an attention span that can be measured in.
Come?
Ooh, no. Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
Less than seconds.
Milliseconds?
Good guess. Nah.
I don't know.
Nanoseconds.
Fuck!
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right. So 0 for 2. Sorry.
Okay. God damn.
What famous baseball player signed the baseball bat that Reamer throws in the fire?
Oh. Oh, I'm not a baseball guy.
Work through it. This is also hintable.
Is it it's not DiMaggio.
Nah.
Can you give me like the initials of the first and last? Is that too?
Yeah, TC.
Oh. I thought that was gonna be helpful for me.
I could give you a different hint.
Turner Wade.
Nah, let me try and give you a hint real quick.
Okay. All right.
Salad.
Salad?
Yeah. If that doesn't ring it for you, you might.
Tuscan walnut.
Hey, no. It's Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb. That's a great hint. That's a fucking great hint.
What is the name of the San Francisco basketball team?
San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit. The gays?
Pretty close. Try again.
The Flaggots?
Closer, actually.
I don't know.
The Fairies.
Ah! Damn it. Do I have one more or am I struck out?
One more. What city are the beers from?
This should be so easy.
Yeah, it should.
I want to say Milwaukee, but I think I'm just thinking Brewers.
That is their baseball team.
Yeah. Milwaukee.
Got it.
Oh, yeah!
Ding, 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 ding.
Woo!
There you go.
My pants are brown and green.
Lay it on me.
Okay, just read it. This is so bad. Okay. Is this hard?
Dude, I had some in there that I felt like were really fucking hard.
Okay, I think you already mentioned this, so I'll ask you this one. At Brittany's house, what does Reamer use as a water fountain?
A bidet.
Very good. Very good. Strike it 1 for the cheese bone. Steve Perry comes up in this picture. Steve Perry is the lead singer for what band?
Oh, fuck. I don't know the name of the band.
Do Do you need a hint?
1 second. Sure. Well, I don't know if I want to use it on this one.
I think I had 4, so I mean, whatever.
I'll take a hint.
Let's see here.
That's probably so stupid. I don't know this.
I have a hint, but it's terrible. Why can't I think of the big song? You know the band. You definitely know the band.
I'm sure. Yeah. I know the name. I had Steve Perry written down as a question. I don't know
another name for trip. That's a terrible hint. You're going on a...
Fuck. I don't know.
You're going to be mad.
What?
Journey.
How do I not know that? I really like Journey.
Oh, sorry. What's the fucking song? I was going to say something about a train. Why can't I think of the fucking
Don't
song?
Stop Believing.
Fucking...
Well, that would have... I'm surprised I didn't know Steve Perry was the singer for Journey. I listened to a lot of Journey. That sucks. That's a good question.
In my city. I'm going to stop thinking about it. It's going to piss me off. This is a little... Well, I guess I'll say this later. What kind of beers do they drink?
Ooh.
Solely.
Is it Miller?
No.
Okay. Well, shit. That's wrong then.
Oop. Okay, but I think you'll get it. Think Colorado. It's a fun little throwback to the boys.
Oh, Coors?
Yep.
Damn. That makes a ton of sense. 1 for 3. Uh-oh.
Oh, what are the beer's fans called?
Fuck. The Chugheads?
Pretty close. Another name for head of a
Oh.
beer. EDM parties have blank parties. Maybe that's more confusing than it needs to be.
I don't know. Foam heads.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. I don't really feel good about taking that one.
We'll do one of these. Is that 3 or 4?
That's 4.
Okay. Do you want a hard one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How old was Denzo's hairpiece when he died?
I have no idea. 50.
You want a hint for fun?
Sure.
2 years younger than a girl Leo will date.
Oh, 23?
24.
Oh, I thought Leo stopped at 25.
26. Oh, 25. You're right. He won't date a 26-year-old. I'm bad at math.
I got it wrong anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, that was some soapy trivia.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's the show today. Woo! Chase, do you want to tell them where they can find us and stuff?
Yeah, you guys can find us on Instagram at Approved for All Audiences. Please catch us on Twitter at Approved for All, where we post a few polls. You can help us choose the next movie.
Hell yeah.
Hit us up on our website at www.approvedforallaudiences.buzzsprout.com.
Very good.
And I feel like I'm missing one more on there.
Twitter, Instagram.
The email.
And please get us to a fucking 100, dude. Hit that like and subscribe.
It's getting embarrassing that we can't get to 100. We need you folks.
We're pretty good. Oh, thanks again, Jamie. We had a little spike after you fucking hit us. Cart Girl Jamie
Thank
from Woodland out there. Thank you again.
Yeah. And Ben, all the new subscribers, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in.
All right, guys. We love you. We need you. We'll see you down in Browntown.
Bye.
C-U-N-T. See you.